Hi Virgo, welcome to your read. My hair is doing all kinds of crazies today, but we shall move on. Just listen. If it's too weird, it's just too weird. Um, so if you haven't seen my videos before, my style is hey mama. My style is I'll read two storylines, and sometimes they're related, sometimes not. Most of the time they are, and this could be any two things. Although when I was shuffling, I did I did have like um and sort of like an impression, or maybe even like an asking, or like a feeling or a sensation that there's a project involved here. But I always read for like self-development and energies within you, and why and how it might be relating to your manifesting into your physical reality, right? As within, so without. But I was specifically feeling very strongly about like a project or something. So if you have a project going on, this might be where this is going. So we'll see. But it could be any two things: feminine, masculine energies, you and somebody else in a relationship, any type of relationship, or just two different belief systems about the same topic going on within you or around you. We'll see what happens. But let's see. First storyline. Authority figures and health. Okay, so right away I'm feeling um like maybe at some point you might have been maybe described or thought of as, or thought yourself as, or feel very strongly like there's a bit of an issue or rebellion or a disagreement with authority figures. Uh, um, maybe even communities or bodies of people, or governments, laws, whatever figures of authority. There's something here that, so the theme here is healing some kind of like power dynamic or power struggle. See, this is where it starts to talk about projects. So intricacies in industry, Seven of Scrolls, and Seven of Forces reversed, balance. So upright and reverse. So this card over here is the card of, there's a project. There's in this image, there's a cathedral being built, but it's at the very beginning stages. So this talks about a project, something that you want to create that is still in the very early stages of coming about. But apparently there's something off about like maybe the way that you're feeling or the way that the process is going. Maybe it's not going as fast as you want it to go or as clearly as you want it to go, and so you might be a little confused, or like almost losing motivation or inspiration or things like that. But yeah, so a project or a building of something. So if it's a business, maybe you could be having trouble with the paperwork or things like that. Something's off. So let's see what else about this story. We have calcification and against nature. So calcification card has that little flame there, that fire thing, and then against nature. In its simplest form, against nature obviously is the flow of life, the flow, the developing, the cycles of things. You're not in the flow. That's probably why you are off balance, because maybe you want it to happen faster, or differently, or be in a different aspect of the creation of that project, but it's not going. It's not going as you please. You just sort of want to almost like force the flow, and the reason why it's not is because it's in a first of all, it's not in its solid and completed state. Obviously, it's because we already got the message. You're in the beginning of something. You still haven't seen much progress. Calcification is in this card. It's the process of a solid being wanting it's in here. It's there's even a thought process or a belief or something that's so strong within you that it's messing up your flow. It's messing up your ability to like, let's say you have writer's block or something like that. It's because you have a belief system. Like, this could be like distractions or bad habits or an inability to focus. Something is so strong within you that it's disabling your ability to stay centered and to focus. Okay. And then last two cards, we have the Child in the Rainbow. Mama, no. The Child in the Rainbow. So this basically says that, yeah, you might have dug yourself into... Hi, Mama. You might have dug yourself into a bit of trouble, into a bit of, like, a problem. What's up, baby? Okay. What? Hi. Come here. See? It has to be... Oh, I know. It has... Ow. Why are you biting? She's so moody. This is Mama. She's a moody little girl. The Child in Rainbow. He looks like a little jaguar. You look like a little jaguar with your eyes. Love you. The child here says that, yeah, you might have gotten yourself into a little bit of a rut or a problem. And the recommended action here is to get back to more like a joyous or a lighter way, or more playful way to go about things. Lighten up the situation, have more fun with it. You know, you are where you are in this project, in the making of this project. And maybe you're being too hard on yourself, or you're getting impatient about it because you want it to be further. And that's what's stopping the flow of a more creative and a more fun experience in the journey of creating this project. So the Child in the Rainbow put together, it's a very good sign. It's the message is very loud that if you could see things from a youthful or from more playful point of view, you could get yourself out of this rut or of this spiral of this, like, no, not spiral, of this impatience, right? Enjoy the journey more. There it is. Try to enjoy the journey more. I think the thing that's hardening you, the thing that's actually stopping this flow, going against the nature of the flow of how things get done. Excuse me. It's because maybe when you were younger, you might have family or relatives that told you, like, well, if you fool around too much and you don't focus, you're not being productive and you're not serious about it. And they made you feel like you had to be serious and you have to really work hard all the time. And maybe that's the part of you that needs to chill out a little bit. There's a part of you who believes that you need it to be hard work. You need to be focused all the time, and you need to, like, keep working at things really hard to make them happen. And so the message here is, like, no, if you get back to a lighter, more fun way to keep going about this project, to keep creating this project, you will get back into balance. The inspiration, the motivation, the ideas will come much easier, and so you'll have a lot more of an energy flow to keep creating, to keep having fun. And the next thing you know, once you're having fun, you reach a destination maybe a little faster, or maybe, like, you don't notice how long it took anymore because you were having so much fun along the way. You lost track of those things. So that's story number 1. And story number 2, We have Mother and Native American. So right away when I pulled these cards, I had that like Pachamama. I don't know if you've heard. Um, Pachamama ideology because of the mother and Native American um, obviousness of putting these two cards together. Yeah, so maybe there's some type of connection with the divine feminine, with abundance here. Let's see what the rest of the cards say. Okay, yeah. Very similar. So I think what we're talking about is the same thing. Two different two different points of views on the same topic, which seems to be there's a project here going on. The Muse Reverse and the Bird's Nest Three of Forces. So the Muse Reverse is that card of like, maybe you've lost inspiration or motivation, or you've lost like that little passion, or like you have writer's block and it's hard to get yourself in that momentum of creation, that momentum of just following your passion. And the Bird's Nest here, upright, means it's the same card. It's sort of like the same idea of the other one, the intricacies in industry. It's the beginning of the journey. It's the beginning of this life that you've created. The nest needs to be made and that kind of thing. You're still at the very beginning, but something is off. Something like you're not supposed to be feeling this way until you've worked so hard for so long at this, that despair starts to come in. And this is saying, no, you're just at the beginning. You're at the beginning of this creation, of this manifestation. The next two things, okay, Chaos and the Great Serpent. This is kind of cool. So you've got a serpent here, and you've got the health card here, which has that serpent on it, right? And then you've got a spiral here, which is kind of like a circle. Chaos and the Great Serpent. Okay, so the Great Serpent obviously is a healing. It's a healing of self. Something within you, it needs to, like everything that you're trying to do on the outside first, go through a cycle inside of yourself. What is it that you need to cycle through or change or heal or shed the skin about? And this is what it is. It's the chaos. So there is that despair. Yeah, so these are two different perspectives on the same topic, on the same storyline. You have a project, there's something that you want to manifest. A book, a business, a relationship. Well, like a business relationship. This isn't love. This could be for somebody, but this doesn't feel like love at all. It's more like a job or an art project, a business, that kind of thing. I think one of the things that you get stuck on is this despair, this impatience, or maybe you spiral a little bit into like negative thinking, or even self-worth issues. They keep coming up, and that's kind of what you need to be healing. And it says be careful. So this over here says that you right now have the power to take care of this looping, to this spiral. Use your tools and use the divine tools that you have wisely, because right now you are supported and you have everything that you need, like all the information that you need to change. This is like a mindset. This is like maybe there's a lot of chatter in your head, and you spiral. You go in a loop thinking about the same things, and you never get to a new solution. You just keep digging that spiral, digging that hole deeper and deeper, and you never, you have a hard time coming up for air. But it's saying you've been wanting to create a project, something. And one of the things that's going on is you're falling into these patterns of chatter from belief systems that you need to work hard, or maybe you're not deserving, and that kind of thing. And it's telling you you can stop. If you can notice, you can do some like meditations, or do some like I'm a big fan of Abraham Hicks, some like focus wheels or rampages, to get yourself out of the loop, or to form a loop on the positive direction, on the positive momentum of things. And what you're really reaching for is this youthful and this happy-go-lucky, um, happy-go-lucky energy. Like you're at the beginning of this journey, and you're going to have to focus on having fun, enjoying the journey, being light about it, making jokes, keeping things light, just enjoying yourself. Um, that is the first step, and this could also mean that no matter how along you are in creating this project, you might have a tendency to go back into this despair, into these like storylines, and it's telling you, keep this in mind, that whenever you catch yourself in your head, or catch yourself working off of some of these beliefs, bring back that child in you that thought anything was a possibility, the world was open for anything you wanted. So both of these is, the world is open to any possibilities, any great things to happen. But the work here is to catch yourself, catch your mind before you loop, before you let yourself get down into these negative mindsets. Catch yourself, and then do the reverse work to be more positive, to be more light about it, to have more fun and enjoyment about it. So Virgo, that's what I have for you. Cool hair today. If you want any more details, message me, send me an email for like an individual read, where you can ask me any questions, and I'll go a lot more in depth about your specific thing if you want to know more. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.